Welcome into Gibbs Stadium, where this afternoon the Wofford Terriers will play their conference opener. The ETSU Bucs are in town. First time Wofford has played the Buccaneers, dating all the way back to 2003. Terriers enter the day with an overall record of 2-1, while the Bucs came from behind last week to win their conference opener at Bristol Motor Speedway over Western Carolina. So they are 1-0 in the league and 2-0 overall. Here are your highlights. Wofford now second and 14 from their 28 on the right hash. Two receivers left, one to the right, a single back is Long. Butler running the option. There's the toss, far numbers, and Lorenzo has room. 30, 40, 45. First down run, Lorenzo Long to the 48-yard line. He picks up 20 before he is stopped in the secondary by Tavian Lott and Paul Hunter, safety and cornerback.
Lorenzo, good balance, good punishing way to finish the run as well.
Lorenzo averaging 90 yards per game on the ground. That is second best in the conference, trailing only ETSU's starting tailback, Jawan Stinson. We'll see him in a little while. Wofford first and 10 now from their 48. Butler will operate out of the gun. The offensive line left to right. Demmel, Rouse, Daniels, Jake and Duffy, and Warby. Option play near side. Toss away. All sorts of room to the 50, to the 40, to the 37-yard line. Out of bounds on the carry for Wofford, Lennox McAfee. McAfee taking the pitch as the Terriers are getting to the edges. Paul Hunter with the tackle for ETSU.
Nice job by Lorenzo Long, taking a corner out of that play. Great run by Lennox.
Two receivers left, a wing left, a single man to the right. That's the short side. Long is the running back out of the pistol formation. Late pitch, and Long has room down the far sideline. 30, 20, to the 15, to the 10. He'll be bumped out of bounds at the 8. First and goal, Wofford. Wofford second and goal from the 4. Butler shotgun snap, handoff Stoddard straight ahead. Contact at the 2, and he booms his way into the end zone. Touchdown. Nice to see Andre Stoddard back out there.
He finished that run with some power. Ran over one of the Buccaneers.
First and 10 ETSU. They go from the 23 backs, surrounding the quarterback out of the gun, and Herink going to throw deep on first down. Lowe tries to make a leap and catch, incomplete at the 45-yard line. That is well defended by Wofford redshirt freshman corner George Beasy.
Terriers didn't get any pressure on the quarterback. He had time to sit back there and with that left arm, put it up, beautifully thrown ball. But Beasy just got his hand right in there and knocked it away from the receiver, Lowe.
Terriers up 7-0 with the ball. 6:44 to play in the first. Butler shotgun snap, will throw to the near side. Gouger has it down the near sideline to the 40. He will step out of bounds at the Buccaneer 36. So that's a 9-yard completion to the tight end. Gouger had 3 catches last week, including a touchdown against Johnson C. Smith.
Just simply a little drag pattern comes across. Well thrown ball by Butler, and these guys are developing a relationship, a connection that seems to be working for Wofford.
Down to 3.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Terriers lead. 3rd and 6 from the Buccaneer 10. In motion left, Colvin. He'll go behind the formation. Handoff Long. Has a hole over the left side. Makes the 5. One of the defenders grabs his ankle as he stretches out to the 4. He'll be short of the stick by a yard. Dylan Weigel, outside linebacker, grabbed onto Lorenzo and wouldn't let go, and now it's 4th and 1.
Terriers will go for it, or at least show that they will. Weigel led the country last year, FCS, in solo tackles.
4th down and a yard at the Buck 4.5. One receiver, Dorian Lindsay to the left, a single man comes to the right. Brandon Goodson out of the gun with Colvin in motion left. Handoff, Stoddard, left side, first down and more, keeps his feet, and he wheels into the end zone. Touchdown, Terriers.
Andre Stoddard is second of the day and kept the legs moving. That's what you want to do as a running back. Got a great blocking, good execution up front by the Terriers. But welcome to the 2016 season. Andre Stoddard, a little spin move about the 2-yard line. Jared Jake and Duffy with a huge block to spring him.
Terriers up 14-0. They want the ball back. 3rd and 7 Bucs from their 27. 4 receivers for Herink. Shotgun snap coming. Play action. And good night. He is sacked at the 18-yard line. John Patterson got in there almost untouched.
What a Great call. Nathan Fuquay, Terrier defensive coordinator, dialed up a blitz, and Patterson hit the hole at exactly the perfect time from his linebacker position. Quarterback really had no chance at all there. At that point, it's just take care of the football and don't turn it over. Tyler Vaughn also there for the Terriers, but that was all John Patterson.
They start from their 10, a single back up under center. Herink, play action, rolls left, throws, incomplete. Dropped by the tight end, Dylan Dockery, in traffic, and it will be 2nd down and 10. They were trying to pick up about 15 yards on a mid-range pass that time. Wofford linebacker Colton Clemens in pass coverage that time.
Let's remember last week against Western Carolina, this team struggled in the first half as well. Got down, I believe, 21-3.
They were. Ferguson Charles made the tackle on 2nd and 6. Handoff long, pops through the left side, 1st down run, right up the middle to the 40 to the 45, and he will be knocked over at the 49. That's a 13-yard carry for Long, stopped by Austin Gatewood, a linebacker.
Quick hitter made the first guy miss in the hole. Then a little shimmy to his right. Lorenzo's having a nice first half.
Terriers pick up a 1st down just shy of the midfield stripe, leading 14-0. One receiver, Moats to the left, a single man, Lindsey to the right, option play to the left, looking to make the corner with a blocker out in front, a spin move by Lennox McAfee, and solid yards to the 45, to the Buccaneer 43, where he's run out of bounds at the near boundary. 2nd and 10 from the 41 in the Buck end of the field. Herink with a single back. He'll throw to the far side, caught by Lowe on a flat pass, but he is immediately thrown to the ground by George Beasy, and the clock will roll under 10 seconds. Carl Torbush yet to use a timeout.
Great job by Beasy over there. Little flat pass and wrapped him up beautifully after the catch.
Sidecar right alongside Herink out of the gun, and the Terriers are going to get to him. A sack. Dylan Young knifing through and laying into the quarterback at the 17-yard line. It's 3rd and long.
Butler's the steadier player. Goodson allows you some big-time stuff and little bad stuff.
On 2nd and 19, late pitch on the option right. Lorenzo Long down the sideline. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Well, that was run smoothly. The Terriers are up 20-0.
We said occasionally he can have a big play for you, and he waited to the last possible second to pitch that. You see the fake to the fullback and then forces the Buccaneer player to make a decision.
Out of the eye, 3rd and 1 from the 35. Give to the deep man and forget about it. Stinson is thrown for a loss back at the 30. Man! 3rd, Wofford leading 21-0. Wingbone counter give, and finding a seam up the middle and cutting outside is Hunter Wyndham to the 40. He's to the 30. Mark out instructions. Handoff, long right side, 1st down and more, bangs into a man at the 5 and takes it on in. Touchdown, Terriers. Out of the gun, Newman, play action, going to run the option right, looking for a seam, and he jitterbugs 2 guys and makes his way into the open field. This one closer in, 34 yards dead ahead for David Marvin out of the hold of Sanders. Ross Hammond will snap it out of Dorman High School. Kick on the way. It's an ugly line drive, but it's good. That thing never got more than 15 feet off the ground, but David Marvin adds to the Wofford lead, a 34-yard field goal. Tyler, that's 2 straight shutouts. What is this defense doing so well?
Well, first off, it starts with the coaches. They're putting us in good positions so we can go out there and execute, and then we just got to go out there and, we're playing balls to the wall. So that's all it really is.
The team is so deep on defensive line and at linebacker. On a hot day like this, does it help to have guys to rotate in?
Definitely. We've practiced in heat like this, but it's a complete difference from practice to game speed. So being able to have 2 and 3 deep and the drop-off is like it doesn't exist. So, it really helps us go out there and play a good ball.
We talked about the depth, but is there a difference for you between last year's defense and what this year's defense is doing?
Absolutely. This year's defense, it's a lot more savageness to us. We call ourselves savages, so we have to go out there every Saturday, even throughout the week, and go out and play like savages.
All right, next week you get Samford. Last year, their quarterback, Devlin Hodges, did a very good job running the ball, and Samford ended up winning the game. When you look ahead to that one, how do you keep a guy like him from doing damage?
We gotta compress the pocket. Coach Riles is gonna do a great job putting us in the best situation so we can be successful. So it's just up to us to go out there and execute.
Do you know or were you aware that ETSU never crossed the 50-yard line today?
I had no clue. Actually, Coach Gasparotto came up to me and told me they had negative rushing yards. So, we don't really worry about all that. We just try and go out there and get as many third down stops as we can, try and get off the field as much as possible.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Andre, you missed the first few games due to injury. What did it feel like to get out there today?
Felt great. Just felt great to be around the guys. Just felt great to be out there competing again.
Tell us about your touchdown runs. Looked like a lot of contact near the goal line.
Yeah, the line did a great job of blocking, and I just kind of ran where I was supposed to run. So the line just did a great job, and that's the kind of stuff I like, just downhill physical running.
Tough day with the heat, or how do you make it through a day like this in terms of weather?
You just got to prepare all week for it. Our strength coach and our coaches do a really good job of just preparing us for it. And we knew it was going to be a hot day, so we just put the work in on the front end of the week and came out and kind of executed.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, Miles, another great day for the defense. What was clicking for the defensive line today?
I think it starts in practice. We had a great week of practice. And, the intensity was there. Our want-to, effort, everything. It just worked today. It just really worked today. So,
coming into the ball game, their running back, their tailback, Jawan Stinson, was averaging close to 100 yards per game. What did you guys do to keep him in check? He didn't do much today.
Yeah, we just had to own our gaps, do what we're taught, come out our hips, look in our gaps, and fall back in our secondary gap if we need to. And, they didn't seem to run that much, but, that's what the D-lineman lives for, the run game. Come at me, please. So it was our turn to do what we're supposed to do.
Samford next week. What do you remember about last year's game, and what would you guys like to accomplish this year?
Can't remember much about last year, but this is a different team, though. This is a different team, a lot different than last year.
All right, Coach. I don't know if you remember back in 1989, Wofford had back-to-back shutouts against Davidson and Kentucky State. Now you do it all these years later. What is your defense doing that is so effective? Back-to-back shutouts.
Well, they're playing extremely well. They're playing as a cohesive unit. They're playing with a great deal of intensity. And defensively, our staff's doing a great job with those guys. Work a lot of hours trying to get the game plan together. And the big thing, I think, is a lot of our younger kids are growing. They're gaining more confidence. When you have confidence, you play faster. When you play fast defense, you got an opportunity to be pretty good.
What was your biggest concern concerning ETSU's offense coming in, and what did you guys do to make sure that didn't happen?
Well, I think the biggest concern was everything, offensively, defensively, and their special teams. And they beat a good team in Western. And the tough thing for us was they had played Kennesaw State and came from behind and won, and they played Western and they came from behind and won. And that's a true testament to grit. That's a true testament to kids believing in their system and believing in their team and their teammates. And you knew it was going to be a fight. We let our guys know from the get-go that this was going to be a battle. We wanted to try our best to win in the trenches. We felt like that our guys up front, needed to be able to come off the ball and create some space. And then defensively, our front four being able to create pressure on the quarterback. And we got after him. We got after him early. He got some hits on him. Run game wise, we just shut their run game down, and that affords us an opportunity to have some short stays out there on the field, 3 and outs, and coming off the field. And then offensively, on the flip side, we were taking and grinding. We were 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, and 10, 12, 13-play drives. And I think depth was a concern for them. We felt like that if especially today, I don't want to say anything, but it was smoking hot today. That if we could get after them and stay after them, be able to stay on the field, that we'd have a chance to wear their defense down and hopefully create some problems for them and some matchups and be able to score a touchdown or two.
Brad Butler went down with an injury early in the ball game at quarterback. Yep. Can you give us an idea if you know what's next for him? And then your thoughts on Brandon Goodson running the offense?
Well, as far as Brad's concerned, first of all, he was playing a great game. Second of all, the only thing I know is that it's a knee injury. It's one of those things where, we're going to wait until they do the pictures, and then we'll find out for sure. Brandon came in, and I thought he played well. I know that he can play better in some situations, but I thought he did a great job. When all of a sudden you're on the sideline and offense is moving the ball and you're just kind of kicking back and cheering on, and then all of a sudden your name's called, it's a different deal. And he went out and responded. He had that long run that was called back, but did some real good things.
We got our first look at Joe Newman late in the ball game at the quarterback spot. Looked like he can be a little elusive when he gets the ball in his hands.
Joe has that ability. He's a quick step guy. What we've got to do is just get him more reps. I was proud of him, the way that he went out there and the way that he played with confidence. I thought he did some real good things as far as running the football when he needed to. And he's going to be a guy that is going to be pushed into play early. He's our number 2 right now, and we've got some work to do to get him ready. We have a tough game coming up. It's on the road. We play Sanford down there. Sanford's throwing the ball all over the lot. I'm not sure where they rank nationally as far as throwing the football, but it's in the top 5. Coach Hatcher's done a great job down there, and then defensively they always present problems for us. They're a big physical defense, and we're going to have to be a really good football team when we go down there.
Coach, congratulations. Thanks.
Thank you.
So for the first time since 1989, which was Mike Ayer's second year on the job as head coach here at Wofford, the Terrier defense posts back-to-back shutouts. In 1989, Davidson and Kentucky State were the victims. Here in 2016, the Terriers shut out first Johnson C. Smith and then East Tennessee State today in the conference opener. 31-0 is the final. Wofford raising their record now to 3-1 overall. They sit at 1-0 in league play, and next week they head to Birmingham to take on the Samford Bulldogs, a team that beat Wofford here in Spartanburg 1 year ago. We'll have the call on the Wofford IMG digital platform beginning at 2:30 Eastern Time. I'm Mark Hauser. Thanks for watching Terrier Vision.